Hi folks, in the last day or two Jonathan Cleck has put out this video, and some of the things that Jonathan attends to in this video are things that have crossed my path in the last few weeks and months. And I thought I'd put mine into the mix as well because I think it's valid to point out to you. Now, in Jonathan's video, and this is a screen capture from his video, he was talking about this Islamic scripture here. There will be turning over as a ship among the waves of the sea. And another screen capture from his video was this word laird, and as Jonathan's got here, it means Lord of the land. So just a bigger print here, meaning Lord of the land. Land is a masculine name of Scottish origin, which means Lord of the land. Now that brought me to something that I'd been crossing my paths across, and the word Poseidon, this Greek god Poseidon amongst the pantheon of Greek gods. The name Poseidon means Lord of the earth. So we've got Lord of the land and Poseidon, Lord of the earth. Who is Poseidon? His siblings, one of them is Hades. He's a god of the sea, earthquakes, floods, and drought. And I thought that was interesting because if we go to drought first, one of the reasons why we're being told that there are so many fires all over the world, from Canada to Maui and into Greece as well, they're all over the place right now, hundreds and hundreds of them. We're being told that it's because of climate change. And also this Poseidon is a god of the sea and earthquakes and floods. So if there is an earthquake at sea, quite often, it will cause a tsunami. And the tsunami, when it reaches land, causes floods. So you can see all that comes together pretty well. So it brings me to something that I showed another YouTuber just a month or two back. And it was this movie from 1972, the Poseidon Adventure, which is about a ship capsizing. And so you can see the three funnels of the upside down ship here. And we know what 3 means in the Strong's Concordance. So we'll get to that in a little while. I can remember as a child my other siblings and myself calling it the upside down adventure. If we just scroll up the page here, you'll see the incredible part of what Johnny Cleck's been telling us over a number of years, and that we all should start to recognise. And here is these people falling. See all these people falling? Well, we know that we're angels that have fallen. And so here is this depiction of them falling. And what does it say? Hell upside down. Well, what's hell? Well, that's Hades. Upside down. We've been told by Jonathan Cleck, and we've learned it ourselves, digging into the scriptures, that we're born upside down into this world. And it says at midnight on New Year's Eve, the SS Poseidon was struck by a 90-foot tidal wave and capsized. If you look at just the SS, that's what the signature for the Nazis, the SS, during the Second World War, the German Nazis, the SS. Now, we've already just been to Poseidon. We've learnt that Poseidon is a Greek god who's one of the brothers. His name's Hades, a god of sea, earthquakes, and floods. So it brings us then to Johnny Cleck's breakdown of the US dollar and showing a wave coming over top of a 7-story building. Now, if you count these stories of this building, there's 7 stories, so could make that building anywhere between, let's say, a little over 70 feet, this last 7 stories, or through to just over 80 feet. If we take the water coming over the top depicted here, we'd have 7 stories, somewhere about 10 or 12 feet, I guess, per story. That would put it at around about 90 feet, the top of that wave. And what do you call a tidal wave? That's called a tsunami. Now, another capture off Johnny's video, this is the second time I've seen this picture from The Simpsons in less than just a few days, because I was being brought to this 923. In fact, I saw 922, but I'll get to that in a moment. But 923, well, when you consider that 923, a lot of people are doing breakdowns on this right now. 923 could be the 9th month and the 23rd day. Or in fact, this year, because it's 2023, it could be a whole month. 2023, 9 September and 2023. 923 could be a whole month this year. And that's why I thought I'd put this together quickly to give you a little more information to consider. Once that 923 is taken out of there, I'm left with 25 and a 3. And so we've already discussed that there is 3 funnels on this upside down Poseidon Adventure ship, and now we've got 25 and 3. So let's get into what the number 25 might mean in the scriptures. G25 is to love. To love what? To love G3. To love 3. And 3 is Abaddon, a destroying angel. And if we hover over 11, we'll see it's from H6, abstractly a perishing, Hades. Oh, that was the name of Poseidon's brother, destruction. And if we look at H6, that's just what it means. Destroy, not escape, have no way to flee. Now, I'd like to bring you to Maui on this, because in Maui, people were directed to Front Street, and then Front Street was blocked off so that people could not escape. They had no way to flee. And on The Simpsons, when Springfield was being burnt to the ground, the news channel was Channel 6. In the days preceding this, I'd been given 922 very strongly, and I prayed on it, and I asked the Lord, well, where do you want me to go for this 922? And I heard go to 1 Kings. So 1 Kings 922, and as I read this scripture, all I could see were these words right in the center. They were men of war. Well, what's this men here? Well, that's H376. They were men of war, and men here is H376, and it's from 582. Properly a mortal, thus differing from the more dignified H120. If we have a look at H120, we will see that that is Adam, a bloodthirsty man. They were men of war, bloodthirsty men of war. And that is in the sense of fighting a battle, generally a war, that is warfare, and it's from H3898. And these men consume, to battle, in destruction or as destruction, devour, to eat, to overcome and prevail. So I think I'm getting a war message. What I was asking the Lord here is, if I was getting 922 and this is 923, how can I make that fit? And I heard in the Spirit the international date line. This red line here is pointing to Maui on the Western Hemisphere here, and this is the Western Hemisphere. From Greenwich, anything west of that is the Western Hemisphere, and anything east of that is the Eastern Hemisphere. We could have something happening in the Eastern Hemisphere on the 23rd, but back here in the Western Hemisphere, it would still be the 22nd. So you've got to consider both dates, if that is indeed any way pertinent to this conversation. I can't tell if it is. One of the last things we have to look at, this is from The Simpsons, Springfield burning down. We can see with the umbrellas on the right how perfectly a match it is, but I had no idea that there was such a thing as a Maui Blue colour. And there's 2 different companies here. Pantone has got one out called Maui Blue, and also the Art Paints has got a Maui Blue colour as well. You'll see up straight above the Pantone colour, there is a window in that building that is almost a perfect match. Now, I don't know whether this all means anything or not, folks, but I just thought it was pertinent to bring to you because it's something that's crossed my path just in the last few days and couple of months. And so if anything I'm telling you is keep your lamps trimmed right now. Anything could happen. September or around September is quite often a time where things happen. We only have to look at 911 to prove the truth of that. Peace and grace, guys.